I don't know. I keep having to restart this intro because it winds up being way too ranty and negative, and given I'm the greatest beacon of positivity to ever exist in 13 billion years of existence, it doesn't seem right to walk down the path of darkness and speak ill of something so many people worked so hard to achieve. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not a cock gobbling glizzy gobbler. I bow before no man and no company, and ultimately, honest feedback is honest feedback. It's the only way we improve in life. Hey, when it's good, I guess, but when it's ass, I say it's ass. And this shit was ass. I think pretty much the entire quest was just horrid, but the ending, because the ending was giga hard. It's bizarre because I kind of get what they were going for with the captain's end, or not kind of, I fully get what they were going for. You know, a mortal man, the best humanity had to offer, challenged the shade of death, an embodiment of the very rules of the world, and won. But man, it was just done so poorly. His character was handled so bad throughout the entire Archon quest, to the point that when he appeared at the end, I sort of just groaned. I mean, I don't know. Aside from the small details, this video we made literally predicted that entire sequence. We said the captain had souls inside of him. I believe the answer could be souls. Human souls could be gathered within the captain. That was true. He would die both to release the souls and save Mavuika. You know, kill two birds with one stone. He's asking for the Lord's help in dealing both with the lost souls and Natlan's future, which he suggests may need mavuika. He wants to kill two birds with one stone. It seems like he wants the Lord's help in dealing with the shade of death Ronova by taking care of her. In doing so, he can ensure mavuika's death never comes to pass, and he can somehow help those countless lost souls. Again, that was true. He was gonna die to substitute mavuika's death. Again, that literally, go watch this shit and come back. You'll come back going, what the fuck? I give this nigga the script? Now why am I saying all this? To brag that I'm a genius theory crafter? Nigga, no! I suck! This is all coming from the same nigga who thought he was Chef Boyardee when he made the Farina is Istaroth theory. So think about it. If someone as fucking stupid as me got this shit down tit for fucking tat, what does that say about the story? It was just so plainly predictable and monotonous. I'm not sitting here complaining I was right. I'm complaining I was right and I had to put in no effort to guess what the ending was. I just had to play the story. I didn't have to read anything, look into any fucking voice lines or character stories. Just play the story and it was like, well, you know, I pretty much know what's gonna happen now. I don't know. Natlan's weird. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people are saying, but, you know, They knew what we wanted in Natlan. They just didn't care. You know, take for instance Mavuika's story quest. I'll play a clip of my reaction to the big reveal in that quest. Spoilers if you haven't played that quest yet.
Nah, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Yes. Finally, this will be a change of a new direction. Yes. Power.
But I know beyond any doubt.
Yes. This is what we wanted for the. No!
Who's that? I've never seen him before.
Isn't that...
No, what the fuck, bro? No, we're so close! God damn, dog!
Yeah, I don't know. You know, thus I go back to the first thing I said when I started this. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know what the goal was here with any of this. I'm sitting here fighting the undead corpse of a mimic of a dragon sovereign, dual-wielding sword flames with an awesome symphony of music behind me. All the while, I got Paimon sitting here telling me what the definition of friendship is. I couldn't believe it, bro. I'm sitting here like, bro, you gotta give me one cool moment, man. If we're doing this like shonen thing, you gotta give me one, dog. You're not giving me anything, dude. We're in the final act of the Nation of War, and we had 2 celebrations. It's the Nation of War. What is this? I don't know. Like I said, honest criticism. The Ruler of Death scene I thought was very, you know, her appearance was very cool. Perfect. Even. We've always depicted on this channel the heavenly principles and shades as these cosmic Lovecraftian horrors, so to see Hoyo actually lean into that interpretation is beyond cool, man. I love it. Love it! You know, it gives me great hope for the future. With, you know, with this eye, the chances of a twink primordial one have dropped significantly, so that's always good. I don't plan to keep ragging the story quest. Before Amphoreus drops in Star Rail, I do want to make one video talking about, you know, some positives and negatives of a Natlan. So for now, let's just focus on the recap. The things we learned in this quest were interesting. The Abyss knows of the existence and importance of Descenders. We know at least one shade of the Heavenly Principles is active in Ronova. The Sky Fragments are said to be ancient dragon technology and are currently being investigated by the Doctor. The Captain is both dead and undead. We learn the people of Nodcry wield a mysterious power that predates the 7 elements. And the most important thing to me that we learned, the Heavenly Principles created the ley lines, a claim we made on the 11th of June and got cooked for. I think we can safely reason the Heavenly Principles created the ley lines, maybe because they created the human realms. And now not only did we get confirmation they made the ley lines, the great question from that video has now been answered. If this is true, why then would they need to create another memory repository in the form of the ley lines? No ideas. And it's to counter the Abyss. See, this is see, I was right here, but it's good. It's good the way they did it. See, cook. We further learned, like I've been saying, the Heavenly Principles and Shades do nothing personal. They simply have no tolerance for people trying to control the Abyss, hence Khaenri'ah. Actually, they do one thing personally. Guard and protect Teyvat from an abyssal power that Mavuika states exists on worlds beyond Teyvat. Many things to talk about, so let's get on. The story starts in bed with us sleeping before suddenly we awaken in the Night's Kingdom. We're confused and dazed as we explore. We come across an odd sight, souls attempting to pass through a barrier of light, yet we cross it no problem. We surmise the barrier of light represents the border of the Lord of the Night's protection of the Night's Kingdom, and these souls are trying to get in. Damned illegals. The souls are crying out in pain as we continue marching. We spot the captain, and beside him is Guthred. A strange light emanates from a spot on the captain's chest, and he speaks to the souls of their homeland and tells his soldiers to stay strong. He will take them to where he promised. We then awaken, and although confused, we go to see Mavuika, who requests our presence. She tells us our ancient name is ready to be forged, and that in 3 days' time, we're going deep into the Night Kingdom to fight the final battle. Shilonen and Sitlali leave to craft the ancient name, and Mavuika tells us to rest up before the big day. She states she's gonna go work on a painting. While we consider what we want to do, Mualani and Kachina invite us to a pre-game feast, and the traveler decides it's best we invite Mavuika, and she says, yeah, sure, she'll join. We enjoy ourselves at the party, and with the gang, we all begin discussing odd dreams everyone had the night prior. They all dreamt of something deeply personal. Chaska saw her dead sister Koichi. Ororon saw the dead people who helped raise him. They all saw someone who's fucking dead. We share the dream we had about old Capitano, but Ororon suspects that what we saw wasn't a dream. Mavuika then interrupts, stating she believes the dreams were caused by her unleashing the power of the Divine Throne, which sent the Ode of Resurrection into a super state, allowing it to revive everyone who died in Natlan during the big battle. In addition to this, it revitalized old souls within the Night Kingdom, allowing them to take shape once more. But she concurs with Ororon that what we saw wasn't a dream. Ororon suggests we may have seen the captain's future, then suggests performing a ritual that will allow him to see and interpret our dream. We oblige, and after seeing our dream, Ororon recognizes Guthred as the one who possessed him. He says, after his last run-in with Guthred, he looked him up and found out he worked under the captain 500 years ago, was strong in battle but was a polar opposite personality-wise from the captain, leading to the two often butting heads. Mavuika then informs us she did a little research of her own and states the captain's name when he fought for Natlan, the one the people know him by, is Thrain, although no one is able to make the connection between a Harbinger and one of Natlan's legendary heroes. Apparently, like Thrain, Guthred is also a legendary hero from the past, as he sacrificed himself in a battle to help Natlan. However, this whole situation confuses Ororon, as we never saw Guthred last time, only he did, so how could it be that we dreamt of him? Mavuika states it's because we most likely are looking at Guthred's soul. We then question how that's possible, given he was an outsider who died hundreds of years ago in Natlan, meaning he cannot exist in the Night Kingdom. Auroron then states while working with the captain, he heard souls. Many souls from within the captain crying out in pain and sorrow, which we take to mean the captain has a collection of souls within his body. We have no idea how this is possible, so we drop the matter for now. We then go on some fucking walk with Kachina. I don't know. Do we have time for this, dog? We run into a baby Saurian whose grandparents died in the last battle and can't cope, so we gave the little one some of that good old drought and lucidity, baby. And he pops right back up. God bless drugs, huh? We go to get our ancient name because it's done. Our name is Tumaini, meaning hope. We need to test the name to make sure it accepts us. We do the connection test and it works. The ritual attracts some lost souls that leaked from the ley lines. And see, Lolly says that's normal, but when she opens her eyes, she says there's way too many souls here. She immediately orders Shilonen to end the ritual and states the ritual somehow attracted not just escaped souls, but all the souls in the area. Due to the abyssal corrosion, the Night's Kingdom grows weaker every day, and thus, it can't accept souls as efficiently as it could. Thus, when people die, their souls may fail to reach the ley lines or are outright rejected by the Night's Kingdom, causing them to wander before fading from existence in an agonizing process. Because we made a connection to the Night's Kingdom during the ritual, it attracted the souls who really want to go to the Night's Kingdom, so we try to return as many souls as possible to the Night's Kingdom. Some we can, like old Vichama here, but others we can't, and others simply don't want to be saved. The day of the big battle arrives. We get a hero's welcome and present our ancient name to Mavuika, who then shares the name with all in attendance. She riles up the big crowd to get the fighting spirit going before proudly stating niggas in Natlan do not believe in running the ones.
In Natlan, no one fights alone!
We finally enter the Night's Kingdom and our friends give us some parting words. Even fucking Rey Mysterio, dog, let's go! I can't believe it. Mavuika states the plan right now is they're gonna split up. She's gonna deal with the Abyss Tumors in the Night's Kingdom while we head straight for the enemy's lair. We switch thoughts to Mavuika, and the Abyss in all its wisdom decides to send an ice nigga to stop the Pyro Archon. While marching ever along, Mavuika runs into Hine, her little sister. Hine states she already met Mavuika in her dreams, but Mavuika didn't tell anyone. Wonder why. They catch up and we swap on over to the Traveler who's walking through hell to get to the heart of the Night's Kingdom, but lucky for us, we have family. Our journey is aided by many dead people along the way, people like Atea, Vichama, and Malco, Bona, and Coco! Let's go, nigga! I was hyped to see them. Hell, even Guthrid helps us, although this isn't the real Guthrid. This Guthrid is the story created by the people of Natlan, the hero who sacrificed himself to save Natlan. He's remembered as a glorious hero, but in reality is... the truth couldn't be further from this. We then run to Koichi, Chaska's dead sister, and my dumbass, having never used the animals in Natlan before, spends like 10 minutes trying to figure out how the fuck they work. We then get gassed by the OGs from 500 years ago, and hell, even the Lord of the Night Yehudabich sends a small platoon of Sealies to help light the way. And finally, we lay eyes on Gowisatoth, as it's currently fighting Mavuika, and thankfully, she has family.
If you so yearn for the agony of death, then bow down to its true appearance!
You who traverse the stars, fear not. Natlan has placed its trust in you. Descender, ignite your fire, the hope that burns within.
And we fight the Pyro Sovereign Mimic, all the while hear the corrupted voices of several past Pyro Archons who are preying on our downfall. We then apparently get sent to the Shadow Realm and switch shots to Mavuika listening to an evil Shibalanke. As we walk up, Goisatoth continues to mock her, stating even with celestial power, she will fail, but most interestingly, the lives of Descenders are worth far more than she could possibly imagined, and that she has doomed this world. She then keeps walking, a walker this bitch is, before coming across the Traveler who's down and out.
Listen.
Did they lose? No, it can't be. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind.
Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlans Fire, the lifeblood of our nation!
We won't give up hope. This is where we forge our future. With our own 2 hands!
Yeah, so we, family our way through the darkness and continue fighting. The power of friendship, already unstoppable at this point, ascends to new heights to become omnipotent.
I admire his wisdom. How he always lives in the moment.
Being his friend makes me so happy.
Enough, you foolish pest!
The dragon has a stroke while speaking. I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I even supposed to make of this? And we win, cause family.
There's a faster way. Hop on.
Congratulations are in order for saving this sorry-ass fucking nation, and then Mavuika comes over to tell us they're having another fucking celebration. I mean, nigga. She's not even going to attend. She said she's going to go restore the Night's Kingdom. We take pictures, sign autographs, and dance in a way that it's best I don't comment on this shit. See, Lolly then runs over and grabs us, takes us somewhere private, and says even after victory, Mavuika is still doomed to die. We ponder what Mavuika is up to with her Restore the Night's Kingdom plan, and if it could tie into her death. See, Lolly then says something important, and it's that Mavuika using the Ruler of Death's power caused death to be demanded in turn by rule, not as a repayment. Because of this, as long as Mavuika dies, it's fine. The reason doesn't matter. Because the Night's Kingdom is fixed, the Lord of the Nights can appear anywhere in Natlan, but we need to find out where Ronova can be summoned. Given she's a shade, that won't be easy. We then reason Ochka Natlan, given that's where Shibalanke made his deal with Ronova. So we go there. We find the sky, a terrible shade of crimson red, with an Eldritch horror eye embedded in it. A giant eye with many smaller eyes within it. It looks below, and see, Lolly states this is probably how the Ruler of Death keeps an eye on Teyvat.
Yes, I love it, Mihojo. I love it. I love it. Keep doing this.
Which, by the way, that statement alone, she keeps an eye on Teyvat, raises many questions about the plot of the game. We catch up with Mavuika and overhear Ronova telling her she's tired of waiting and has long since stopped caring of the fate of Natlan. But because humanity met the expectations of the heavenly principles, they deserve praise. But with that said, Ronova is here to observe Mavuika's death, and with it, the end of Natlan's 1,000 Years War. We interrupt and Mavuika is slightly annoyed that we got there so fast. Mavuika states, although the Abyss was defeated in Natlan today, its power remains in worlds beyond Teyvat in great force, and as such, there's no guarantee for the future. So, what she wants to do is completely restore the Night's Kingdom to defend against the Abyss in the long run. However, given the Lord of the Night is weak and almost at the end of her life, she can't do it. The worst part is, when the Lord dies, so too do the rules of Natlan. And while some rules, like the Ode of Resurrection, are useless right now, should the Abyss return, it will be crucial in that fight. As such, Mavuika will step into the Sacred Flame and give her life to sustain the Lord of the Night. The Lord of the Night interjects, stating she respects Mavuika's goals, however, she cannot sustain the Sacred Flame forever. Mavuika agrees, but thinks she'll be able to sustain the Lord for another 200 to 300 years, and then, after that, it's up to future Pyro Archons. Ronova comments on Mavuika placing hope in the future, saying nothing really. See, Lolly then interjects, stating the pilgrimage can sustain the Sacred Flame, and Mavuika doesn't confirm whether this is true or not, but says regardless, she wants the pilgrimage's meaning to change. As before, it represented Natlan's struggle against the Abyss and warped Natlan into becoming a nation of war, and now she has the chance to liberate the people of Natlan of this spirit. No more wars, only competition. The Lord of the Nights then interrupts, stating Mavuika is not speaking enough about herself here, and that in her eyes, Mavuika is nothing special, just another child from Natlan who's in way over her head with this task. Mavuika then states she disagrees. She's a leader, and a leader must be decisive, and says, other things a leader must do while climbing the stairs, prepping to sacrifice herself. Ronova then states that she accepts Mavuika's death and will watch. Bitch, a bit of a sadist, no? She says she will end the deal she made with Shibalanke thousands of years ago and tells the Lord of the Nights to begin. The Lord of the Nights does nothing. Ronova questions her, and she responds that there is another who wishes to join them, and so thus she will wait. The Shade of Death expresses agitation at this turn of events. She states if the life of the second individual does not meet her requirements, she will lose her patience. The Lord of the Night says the life will be of equal value, and, as the helper of humanity, she places their demands above all others. Before long arrives Ororon with the captain. The captain tells Mavuika he has a better solution. She made the future, so she deserves to guide it. He states he's been wanting death and came this far to die, and open the gates of the ley lines to the souls he carries. He states, thanks to Khaenri'ahn technology, his heart was modified to convert memories and souls from the ley lines into knowledge. After the Khaenri'ahn disaster, the captain ran into many lost souls and as such, gave up converting them into memories and instead decided to use his heart as a vessel storing the lives of not just his comrades, but many Natlanese as well. He wants to send them home, and by merging his existence with the Lord of the Nights, he can become master of the ley lines and rewrite the rules to accept the souls into them. The Lord of the Night agrees and elaborates. The captain wants kinder rules for humans and wants revenge against the shade of death. And from here, I'll let the captain take it away, because it'd be an injustice not to let this voice acting shine.
In a word, his goal is revenge.
Revenge?
After all, it's because of her that I bear the curse of immortality, the curse of absolute life.
I now understand that which you seek.
Then, bear witness to my resolve and hatred. The people of Khaenri'ah committed grave sins, and for that, we were cursed to suffer endless physical torment, cursed to witness the demise of everything we held dear. But most of us were innocent. Most of us knew nothing of the Five Sinners' exploitation of abyssal power, myself included. If I sacrifice my life for the Lord of the Night, you get the death you desire. But at the same time, the curse of immortality would negate the very death you seek. Left unresolved, that paradox could uproot the natural order of this world. Even you, great ruler of death, lack the capacity to bear the consequences of that outcome. Your curse is now the tool with which I will overturn the oppression of the gods. This is my challenge to you. Forsake one of your rules. The choice is yours.
Your new heart has limitless potential, and you have wielded it with bravery and honor. I grant you the title of Sentinel Knight. Like the four pillars of strength, you will continue to safeguard the glory of Khaenri'ah.
The glory of Khaenri'ah.
Our land, our dignity, and every comrade who fights alongside us.
The Night Kingdom is almost destroyed. Our fallen soldiers, your comrades, they have nowhere to go. What are you doing? Are you taking all their souls with you? You're just an ordinary person. You can't bear that kind of burden.
No hero should have to wander alone.
The curse of immortality. Using immortality to fight death. Using my rules against me.
Make your choice. Reject your rules. Or allow me to trigger the paradox.
The curse of immortality must stand. Use it to fulfill your final wish.
Well fought, my lord. Thank you for everything.
This time, let's go together.
Yes. Let's go together.
We We then spot the captain in a seated position, and Aurora notes the curse of immortality still exists. So really quick, because I see a lot of people confused about this scene, I'm not going to go super in depth here because we're going to talk about it on Saturday, but my interpretation is the paradox exists. The paradox that the captain said the ruler of death could not allow is what wound up happening, because the ruler of death could not remove the curse of immortality, most likely because it may have been a mandate from the heavenly principles. So because of this, the paradox exists. What will be the fallout from all this? I suppose we'll have to wait and see what happens when the heavenly principles awakens. Mavuika asks if the captain is still here, and the Lord of the Night states release from the mortal world is the greatest form of peace to those with immortality. We note this was a happy ending for him. Auroron then states he never saw the captain sleep and wondered why. The Lord of the Night reasons this is likely due to the voices of the souls he had within him screaming non-stop in his head. Due to him having never slept for 500 years, this explains the rapid deterioration of his body. The captain is now merged with the Lord of the Night, and due to the curse of immortality still existing because Ronova refused to remove it, the Lord of the Night is now also immortal, meaning Natlan's rules will now stand forever. The Lord of the Night then states the reason the ley lines couldn't accept wandering souls was due to the heavenly principles. The original purpose of the ley lines was to counter the abyss, so their stability was of utmost import. When Natlan's ley lines got nuked and reconstructed, the rules needed for the Ode of Resurrection made it impossible to reconnect with the ley lines of other nations. This is what made the captain's plan feasible only in Natlan. That's why he came to Natlan. He tried his plan in other nations but kept failing. Part of the reason he fought for Natlan was to save the souls within him, as Natlan was the only place this could happen. When the captain and the Lord met, she agreed the rules of the ley lines needed changing to allow Outlanders to die in Natlan in peace. She notes that to the heavenly principles, this kind of change would be out of the question, but as an angel, she's a duty to humanity. Alright, trifling bitch, you'll see what comes to you. She then states she's thankful for the chance to live forever, because she's now immortal. Fast forward to the end, the captain gets a statue, and it's time to ask Mavuika some questions. We ask about the gnosis. She says the captain told the Tsaritsa he'd like to not continue going after it after he lost the duel, and the Tsaritsa said okay. Mavuika reasons eventually another harbinger will be sent to grab the gnosis. We ask about Snezhnaya, and the only thing she says is, yeah, you'll probably end up fighting the Fatui when you get there. I mean, dude, bro, this is what we're getting? Really? She then, however, tells us of the sky fragments. They are apparently called ancient moon remnants and are relics of tech dating back to the sovereigns. As soon as they appeared in the sky, a small Fatui squad snuck into Natlan. They work for the Doctor, and their stronghold is in Nod Cry, an old area not far from Snezhnaya. Apparently, the people there can use a very special, mysterious power that predates even the 7 elements. Mavuika then tells us the heavenly principles created the ley lines. I repeat, the heavenly principles created the ley lines. With their protection, the heavenly principles' protection, Teyvat is able to nurture all life. The heavenly principles and shades show no mercy to anyone attempting to harness the abyss. Keep note of that, abyss sibling. I'm gonna put you down. And with that, that's the end of the story. Yay.